Today I'm going to talk about the fighter. Actually, the change between 3.5's fighter and or 3.0, whichever one you actually play. Now, the Pathfinder has a different skill set. Like instead of getting the times four that you originally got, and that has been completely taken out. It's just for we're going fighter, so fighter is 2 plus intelligence. So there's a big chance as a fighter that you may only have 2 skill points at level 1. Now, it sounds like you're getting cheated. It's kind of got the same skill setup as the 4th edition Star Wars game. So if you had at least 1 rank, you got a +5. Well, in this, you get 1 rank, you get a +3. I think, honestly, that has streamlined skills a lot. Instead of you having to do, I have 38 ranks in this one fucking skill, and 12 in this one, and 17 in that one, and I've used all these points, and it takes out some of the bullshit of the skill points. Now, they still get the same weapon and armor proficiencies that they did before. Martial, simple, light, medium, heavy, shields. They still get bonus feats just like normal. But what they get now is bravery. Now, this is in my mind, I think of it as, one of those images you get in your mind or of fantasy. The guy stands in front of the dragon and it roars at him, or the giant monster, and he's like, you know what, I'm not scared. My will is so strong that, I'm about to take these big ass fists and beat your big dragon face in. That's what I think of. Or you stand on that one guy that stands like the 300 movies. Like those dudes just fucking stood there and took it and took all of the Persian shit. And you know what they said? Fuck you. You know, we're gonna get ours whether we die or not. you know, Glory and honor, baby. Um, but yeah, bravery. And every so often they'll get a bonus to their will save. Makes perfect sense in my mind for a fighter. They get weapon training now, which is 5th level, 9th level, 13th, I think it's 13, yeah, 17th, and that 20th they get mastery. But pick a weapon group, which they have them listed up here. Axes, blades. They have blades twice, but it's blades heavy and blades light. And you get a +1 to attack and damage every time that level cap hits you, and which that's pretty good too. Make them fighters do more damage and hit more often. That's all they do. That's what they're there to do. They get at 19th they get armor mastery, which is DR5. Okay, sure. You're tough as shit. I would rather have hit points than DR. Give me 5 hit points. Give me 25 extra hit points at level 19. I just don't like the feel of DR. It's extra things that I have to keep track of when I'm taking damage or as a player that I forget sometimes. DR, I don't ever go for anything with DR. It's one of those things that you got it, monsters have it, and monsters have better DR usually than people do. Now DR is good early because level 1 through 3 you're fragile. 1, 2 hits, you're dead. Even fighters can take 1 or 2 hits and die. When you're, early level soft, DR's great. But a 19th level ability that gives 5 DR. Why not give 10 DR? Is 10 really that unbalancing? Because 5, in my opinion, just doesn't seem like enough. Like, it's 19th level. I'd rather have a feat. 20th level, they get any attack made with a weapon of their choice. When you get the effect, you choose a weapon. Automatically confirm all critical hits, and your critical multiplier goes up by 1 point. So, I mean, like the scythe. If you're using a scythe goes from ×4 to ×5 damage. So 2d4 ×5. That's even for kind of a crappy damage cap weapon. Make it one size category larger. Use a huge version. Does 2d6, so it does greatsword damage ×4, and then make it greatsword damage ×5. That automatically confirms critical hits. You take your -2 attack, take monkey grip, -2 to attack roll. You've got a really bitchin' weapon, and it's gonna have reach because it's huge. So you've got a really big scythe. that does way, way high up on the damage. But that's my thoughts on the fighter. I think you could get rid of armor mastery. I think it needs to be something else. But I think their fighter is much better than the old school, 3.5 and 3.0 fighter, which are just feet monkeys. You build them how you want them, but there's not enough flavorful building blocks to make them, pop. Because that's what you want. You want to be able to play the character. And when you make up your scenes for your character, when your character's interacting, you want your guy swinging that big, huge scythe, like a master champion, like the chick from Soul Eater. But the chick from Soul Eater, she spins that motherfucker. That is a scythe wielder. But yeah, tell me what you think. Video response or leave me a message in the comments.